Hello, hello. What's good? What's good? Welcome back to Invest and Trade with Jax. Fantom. Such a beast. Even in the weak market, Fantom still looks strong. So we're sitting at 228. Can you believe it, guys? We're up 16% on the day. We're sitting at market cap of 5.74 billion. 24-hour volume 1.52 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to crypto.com, sign up to the world's fastest growing crypto app, and you can grab one of their incredible Visa cards for cashback in crypto. Free Spotify, Netflix, Prime travel incentive is $25 just for signing up through my referral. Let's get into Fantom. We're here on the 4-hour time frame. We perfectly bounced off our fourth entry at 191, and currently we've pushed up about 227. Now our first entry was here at 284, but if you were just getting into Fantom and you got in at 191, that was a beautiful trade opportunity. So currently we're holding 218. You can see oversold on the RSI bottom section. Money flow bounce back to the upside. Do watch the 20 EMA. Could act as resistance. If we were to come back down, could create a nice double bottom pattern. However, guys, if we can push up, if we see Bitcoin start to push up, have a bit of a recovery, a relief bounce, then we can definitely see continuation for Fantom. If we can get back above the EMAs, we could push all the way up to 284. However, if we do look on the 1-hour time frame, you can see we've reached the top section on the money flow as well as the RSI, and that's usually when you're either going to see some consolidation or a move back down. Do also watch this bull flag pattern. If we were to break out here and see continuation to the upside, you would measure your flagpole, take it to your point of breakout, and it could take FTM up to about 267. We are pushing back above the EMAs on the hourly, so pretty crucial that we hold 218 if we're going to see continuation to the upside. If you see us start to lose that level of support, I do think that double bottom scenario is likely. So let's hop over to the daily time frame. All right, guys. So we're here on the daily. I have been talking about that bearish divergence on the daily as well as on the money flow, and it's played out, guys. We've come all the way back down to the bottom section as well. On the MACD, we're having the bearish cross, which I was saying in my last video are all early indicators of a move back down, and that's exactly what we've seen. We've come back down to the 1.414, coming in at $2.04. So if we do push up here, a couple patterns to watch. Quite possibly a head and shoulders. It's not a very strong left shoulder, but if that were to be your left shoulder and this is your head here, we may come up and hit a right shoulder right about 256 and create a head and shoulders pattern. Or you could say that this is your left shoulder, this is your head, and we could come all the way up to this level of resistance at 294 and then create a head and shoulders pattern. So here's your left shoulder, here's your head, and here would be your right shoulder. So just things to keep in mind. It's healthy that we've come back down on the RSI, but we are underneath the EMAs. I'm just going to remove these lines. We are underneath the EMAs on the daily. So if we hit them as resistance, of course, that can push the price down. As you can see here, we broke above, but we didn't stay above the EMAs. And we started to hit them as resistance, and we came back down. I'll give you another example. We can go from our summer crash here. So we broke down below the EMAs. We came up, we hit them as resistance, and the EMAs pushed the price downwards. So keep a close eye on that as well for our friend FTM. If we look at the weekly time frame, we've come back down to the 20 EMA on the weekly, and you can see here on the weekly as well, we are losing strength. We basically made it back to our previous high, but you can see we've lost strength on the RSI as well as money is flowing out on the weekly for Fantom. So it really depends on Bitcoin. I'm going to pop it over to the daily. Quickly look at Bitcoin here. It depends. Are we going to see our relief bounce? This is not the correct chart that I wanted. Here we go. So in my Matic video, I talked about the volume in this area. In this range, we had quite a lot of volume, and we could definitely look at the RSI for Bitcoin. We could definitely see that dead cat bounce, that relief bounce from this level. If that doesn't happen, I do expect 30K before seeing the bounce. But I do think there's a strong chance that we could bounce off this level. And of course, Fantom would absolutely fly, because even though we have signs that we're entering into a bear market, I think Fantom is still going to perform very, very well. And we're going to get lots of juicy trades with our dollar cost average strategy with FTM. All right, guys. So levels of resistance to keep in mind here. You can see the resistance in this area as well as resistance right here. Could definitely act as resistance if we do push up. And then up here at 284, which also lines up with this resistance at the 1.618, which is coming in a little bit higher, about 294. So keep an eye on that, guys. If we do push up to that level of resistance, we could create that head and shoulders. Left shoulder, here's your head, guys. We come up and we create a right shoulder. But if that does happen, then we're going to push back above our break even. Let me pop back open to the 4-hour time frame. So if we do push up past 234, we can start taking some profits. And then if we start to roll over once again, we can continue to dollar cost average. Now, if we do drop lower, guys, we have seen a beautiful bounce here. But if we come down and we fail to create that double bottom, we lose 191. Our next strong support, which is our next buy zone, is coming in here at 136. See all the support in this area, previous level of resistance. So ideally, what we want to see here is Bitcoin sees a relief bounce and we see Fantom take off. But if Bitcoin does lose this level in between about 32 to 34, 35K, I would expect this to come down to 30K. But I do think that relief bounce is due back to the upside. And of course, we'll see Fantom absolutely take flight. All right, guys. So that's basically it. Just a little update here. We have 4 entries. So you have a lot of money in your trade, which is incredible. Our break even is coming in at 234. And we have our buy zones 136, 115, 59, 16 cents. As I always say, guys, you need to have enough buy zones for a 50 to 80% drop. If we go from the top down, that's about a 94% drop. So I'm really prepared, but it doesn't go straight down, guys. It works in waves. You come up, boom, you take profits. You come down, dollar cost average. You come up, you take profits. You come down. Sometimes you have to wait a little bit longer. There are some of my DCA positions that are down quite a bit, but eventually they'll bounce back up into profits. I'll take my profits and I'll start dollar cost averaging once again. It's all about risk management. It's an incredibly hands-off way to trade. So if you have a job, if you have a family, you know, if you don't want to stare at screens all day, if you don't want to be like me, then it's a great strategy. So you have all your people who bought Fantom up here and they just came up to break even. Maybe they didn't take their profits and now they might have to wait months. It's the same with the people. A lot of people message me. They say, Jax, I bought in up here. What do I do? And I say, try to bring down your average price. Like I tell you in the videos, but you don't listen, or they don't set enough buy limits for a 50 to 80% drop. And they're stuck holding it really, really high. Guys, if we go lower, how long are you going to hold? You know, 3 months, 6 months, a year? We don't know how long we'll be in a bear market. Of course, we can give our predictions. But if you're dollar cost averaging, right now, Fantom is basically my favorite coin to trade, Fantom and Matic. But you can see, look at this. Fantom's up 13%. The rest of the market is hardly moving, guys. So that shows you the bullish strength of FTM. That's it for this one, guys. If you want early access to these charts, sign up to the Discord where we have many altcoins with our DCH strategy, as well as almost 2,000 members talking all things crypto, posting chart patterns. Price of a coffee, $350 USD. If you want to trade with me, sign up to Bybit, $4,100 in bonuses for a limited time, and I will see you in the next video. All right, peace, much love, take care.